Trump's been threatening the Iranians for weeks, ever since those mass protests that we had in January.
Amid reports of the mass protests in Iran turning deadly, President Trump now warning if Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States will come to the rescue, locked and loaded and ready to go.
And he's called on them to rise up against the regime. Do you see any sign of that happening?
The regime seems to have a constituency in Iran. I mean, let's not fool ourselves. These have been around for 47 years. They have a base. But I think where our eyes should go to next is the IRGC, the Revolutionary Guard. They are the ones that hold the arms. They are the ones that hold the levers of the economy and various elements of society. So how are they going to go ahead and control the scene moving forward? We've seen the Iranian regime, unfortunately, unabashedly, killing its own people. When you are an oil-rich country with such an expansive space, yet inflation is skyrocketing and you can't make ends meet. This is a serious question of governance. Now, let me add an addendum to this because this is important. We've been talking Iran mostly, but we cannot separate the aggression and questionable behavior of Israel from all of this. And I sit here in Kuwait City. We're in the Gulf states. We feel sandwiched between two belligerents, Iran and Israel. This just has to stop.
Trump has said he wants regime change. Do you think that is even possible?
Look at the facts. The US has tried regime change in Afghanistan, and look at what happened. The minute they pulled out, everything went back as if we were back in 2001 with the Taliban back in power. They've tried it in Iraq, and you ended up with a civil war with hundreds of thousands killed and maimed and displaced, and with the rise of ISIS for a couple of years. So you don't get really regime change, you get regime chaos. And in the case of Iran, the stakes are even higher. We're talking about a 90+ million population. So you're talking about spillovers when it comes to not only possible refugee flows and exits, radiation leaks, we don't know where the enriched uranium is. We're talking about nuclear risks. We're talking about chaos, commotion, the possibilities of civil war. This is a multi-ethnic country. So change is not the actual term to be used here. I would say it as more of a chaotic change. And that's unfortunately the lesson that the US doesn't seem to have picked up. And they continue to be willing to do this on and on again with impunity. I mean, no one is holding them accountable.